Did you know?
Excuse me. We must speak.
Let's see. Let's see.
Let me think.
Do you have a minute?
Okay.
How's this? Yup.
Hey! You there!
Hey there. Don't pass this by. Welcome. Nothing but the best for you. Is that the one? Is that the one? Thanks a bunch.
All right. That's terrible.
Right on.
Yeah.
Greetings, friend. Nothing to report.
Hey.
Supplies are the lifeblood of any army. Everything has its use.
Can we talk? Let's give it a go.
Hey there. Need something? Is Is this it? Is this it? See you around.
Did you know?
Meh.
Do you have a moment?
Right on.
Excuse me.
Yes. Can we speak a moment? I think I see.
No way.
Do you have a moment? It's good to see you again.
Hey! I want to apologize again. I'm really sorry. Can't believe I tried to kill you.
It's all right. I know that wasn't really you.
Still, the one who did it was a part of me. Literally. You asked me about this before, about some mysterious presence within me.
That's right.
Well, sorry I couldn't give you a straight answer back then. Arval told me not to tell anyone. That's the name of the presence that was inside my head, by the way. The one that took control of my body and tried to kill you. Or maybe it was someone else entirely. The one that called himself Epimenides.
Arval and Epimenides, I wonder what manner of beings they are.
That beats me. And it's not like I can just go and ask them now. Honestly, I kinda wish I talked to Arval more, now that I can't.
That's how these things work, sadly. When you're ready to talk, the person you want to talk to is no longer there.
But there's still so much I don't know. Remember how I got trapped inside that void with Dimitri and the others after our fight? That's when Arval used the name Epimenides, and then tried to kill us.
Are Arval and Epimenides the same being?
I'd like to think they're different, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Epimenides is just Arval's true identity. I don't know if they were just using me, or if they had some other goal in mind. All I've got are a bunch of mysteries that I'll probably never solve.
I did notice one thing.
What's that?
It was when we were fighting and you were being manipulated. It seemed like Arva was trying to keep your body from getting hurt.
They could have fought more recklessly. I don't see why it would have made a difference to them, but they were making sure you weren't harmed.
Seriously? Arval was protecting me?
It's just a feeling I got. But yes, I think that could have been the case.
I guess Arval's the only one who knows the truth. Or as the Saros folks say, only the goddess knows, right? But hey, thanks for telling me that. Really, it does make me feel better. I've got no choice now but to keep moving forward, live out the destiny the two of us once shared. Funny, I came here to apologize, but you ended up cheering me up instead. Catch you later, okay?
Only the goddess knows, Well, the goddess may have been the one telling you that.
It's good to see you again.
For me, this is all I can offer in return.
All right, so...
Got a minute? Wait up.
You've come to see me? No.
How about this?
Time to work you into shape.
Training with me.
Oh, you don't need to... I'm just glad we're finished.
I can't wait to test my...
No.
I think
This will help everyone.
a new power.
I'm a better man now.
Training can be the difference between victory and defeat.
I love tackling it.
this growth together.
This better not be one of...
Training can be the difference between victory and defeat.
What? I demand.
I'm just glad we finished.
How can I best use?
I feel like I've taken hold.
Training with a friend is so much fun.
Even a mule will eventually reach its destination.
Hey, a new power! All right!
I didn't think I could.
Training with a friend is so much fun. I'll be able to help even more now.
A useful skill.
I'm a better man now than I was.
Training can be the difference between victory and defeat.
Some things you can't learn on your own.
The new power is...
Some things you can't learn on your own.
Yes,
This is.
Fine enough.
I can't wait to test.
this better not be one of those...
This will help everyone out.
I feel like I've taken hold.
Training can be the difference between... With proper training, you'll be unstoppable.
Let's think about that.
Hunger is the true enemy.
Hey, this is...
Slow down. The food isn't going anywhere. Here, You can have mine if you're so deprived.
Come back whenever you're hungry.
Care to make yourself useful?
Counting on...
Indeed. Let's get this over with.
We all must do our fair share. Care to make yourself useful?
Counting on you.
And you need... I don't know how much... We all must do our fair share. Care to make yourself useful? We all must do our fair share. Care to make yourself useful?
Counting...
All right. We all must do our fair share. Care to make yourself useful?
Counting on you, but...
My son.
I always get the job done.
We all must do our fair share. Care to make yourself useful? We all must do our fair share. Care to make yourself useful? We all must do our fair share.
That's a tough one. All right, so... Oh, you didn't have to... Oh, you didn't have to... Oh, you didn't have to...
Good day to you. How may I help you?
What?
Can I be of use?
Oh, hi.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Fool.
Nuh-uh.
Huh?
right?
Hey, got a minute? Got a minute? Thanks, pal. Thanks, pal.
Many thanks. Greetings.
Thanks.
I was thinking.
I see.
To be brief,
Well met. I appreciate the gesture.
What? Oh.
Hey. Thanks.
I'll take.
I carry a little of everything here. You've got an eye for quality, friend. You've got an eye for quality, friend. You've got an eye for quality, friend. Hope to see you again soon.
Thanks, I suppose. Thanks, I suppose. Thanks, I suppose.
with them.
I carry a little of everything here. You've got an eye for quality, friend. 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 Hope to see you again soon.
Excuse me. I accept it with... How do... How delightful!
I carry a little of everything here. You've got an eye for quality, friend. Hope to see you again soon.
Wild. 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 Wild take. Wild take. Wild take. Wild take. Wild. Wild. Wild take. Wild take. Wild. Wild take.
Raphael, pardon my interrupting your fleeting moment of repose.
Oh, hey, Lawrence. You need something?
I do, in fact. To tell the truth, I recently learned how you and your family founded an inn once you returned to your hometown. Yet, you still chose to leave them behind and risk your life and livelihood fighting in this brutal war. I must ask the reason why.
Why? Well, to keep my family safe, of course.
I struggle to follow your reasoning. Would then it not be more prudent to remain by their side?
That's what I thought at first, too. But just being there with them wouldn't be enough. Yeah, I can protect everyone day to day if I'm back keeping watch at the inn. But if me joining the fight on the front lines means we bring peace back to the world, they'd never have to worry another day in their lives. So sure, it's tough being away from Maya through all this, but it'll be worth it in the end. I know it.
I see. Your thinking is correct in part, but it is in part mistaken as well. Staying at the inn to protect your family will not provide them the security you so desperately desire. So long as this war continues to heave along, your establishment will always remain at risk of being consumed by the flames of combat. But you are a commoner, and it is our duty as nobles to protect the ordinary citizens of our territories. There should be no need for one who is not with the military to leave their family and join the war effort. Such tasks are meant to be handled by the nobility. In other words, you should be leaving the defense of your lands to me and my subordinates.
Were you really that worried about me being here? Oh, thanks! But this was my choice. I'll be fine.
No, that is not what I meant, in the slightest. I speak of the obligation we in the nobility have to our people. The weight of war should fall on our very shoulders, while the common folk in our charge should focus on maintaining their livelihoods.
Okay, but I'm still gonna fight no matter what. The toughest people are the ones who should be leading the charge, right?
What I mean is, you're not listening to a word I say, are you?
You don't think I've got what it takes, huh? I got it. Let's compete to see who's stronger.
Pardon? You want a competition?
You betcha. It's the perfect way to find out who's got the real arm muscles around here. There's a bunch of boxes that need to get moved over in the training grounds. Want to see who can carry the most? If I win, you'll have to promise to be totally cool with letting me fight.
No, I must decline. By that token, you will only end up proving your point.
So you do think I'm strong?
Do not misunderstand my intentions. You and I are on completely different pages on this matter. We are practically in two separate genres. But someone like him would undoubtedly prove useful in the heat of battle. But...
hello? Whatever. I'm gonna go grab those boxes myself. My muscles are aching for a little workout. Hey there, Ignatz!
Oh, Raphael!
I've been looking all over for you. Got a minute to chat?
Of course. With all the battles lately, we've barely had any time to sit down and rest.
Right? It feels like I don't even see you anymore. And I definitely don't have enough time to show off my muscles.
Glad to see you haven't changed at all these past 2 years. The Officers' Academy shut down so suddenly. I scarcely would have imagined we'd all end up back together as part of an army.
Same here. Oh, and I could hardly believe my ears when I found out you signed up to be a knight over with Lawrence.
To be honest, I had nowhere else to turn. I owe a great debt to him and his generosity.
Gotcha. He's not such a bad guy, that Lawrence.
I agree. Tell me, Raphael, how have you been holding up these past 2 years? I hear your family opened an inn.
Oh, yeah. Me, my grandpa, and Maya. Business is going pretty great, if you ask me.
That's wonderful. And how is Maya?
She's as sunny as always. That reminds me, she was pretty worried about you. I better write her a letter and tell her you're okay. I'm sure she wants to see you. Bet you're feeling the same way, huh?
Of course, I'd love to come and... That is, I should write her a letter.
What's wrong?
Life never works out the way you want, does it?
Huh?
Oh, it's nothing. Just thinking back to my childhood. Back then, I felt like I had the power to do whatever I wanted.
What do you mean? I still feel like that now.
You do?
Sure. I know I joined the Officers Academy to be a knight, but that option's off the table. But look at me now. I might not be a knight, but I'm fighting in a war as if I was. All you've got to do is put your mind to it, and you can do anything you want. Trust me.
Yes, I think you're right. Thanks, Raphael.
Hey, I was wondering if I could ask you something. I heard that you don't have any parents. Is that right?
Yeah, the woman who raised me died, and I don't even know who my birth parents are.
That must be tough for you, huh?
Nah, it's okay. They all died a long time ago, so I don't feel sad or anything like that now. But I do wonder who I really am sometimes. I don't have even the slightest memory of my birth parents.
Well, you might not know who you are, but you still work hard and you keep your chin up through it all. That makes you super strong in my book.
Hey, Raphael, your parents are gone too, right?
Yeah, both my mom and pa died in an accident.
Well, then you're just as strong as I am. You work harder than anyone I know, and you do it all with the biggest grin in the world.
Of course! It's easy when you love training as much as I do. Hey, I just realized something. We've sure got a lot in common. Our parents aren't with us anymore. We're both commoners scraping our way through this war, and most importantly...
What can be more important than that?
Both of us have got some serious brawn!
I appreciate that, but our body types are completely different. Not sure this really counts as brawn.
Sure, you're a little scrawnier than me, and maybe a lot smarter. But you know, my brain's been getting a constant workout ever since we opened the inn.
You have an inn?
Oh, yeah. I went home and started one up with my grandpa and little sis once the academy shut down. Running a business like that takes a surprising amount of muscle. Sure, there's regular stuff like hauling things around, but you need brain power too. If you ever want to make a profit, you have to pay real close attention to keeping the books straight. I mostly let my sis handle that stuff though. That muscle still needs more work for me. Which means I'm in charge of the cooking. But that has its own share of problems.
Yeah, it can be tough to find your footing when you switch jobs, especially if you have to start doing things outside your wheelhouse. Trust me, I've had my fair share of growing pains getting used to the army life. Everything's way different from how it worked with my merc groups.
But don't you just fight? That doesn't seem so different to me.
As a mercenary, the only thing you're responsible for is yourself. Show up and do the job right, and you'll get your pay. But having soldiers to command, people I'm in charge of beyond just myself, that's a huge change for me. And there's way more to military work than just plain combat. Stuff like managing resources, making sure everyone has the weapons and armor they need. I don't think I'm bad at math per se, but it's definitely not something I'm used to doing. And the more stuff there is to keep track of, the harder it all gets.
Hey, you're not so good at using your brain either. We're practically twins. That makes us pals now, right? I've got your back, so you just keep on working hard, buddy.
Right back at you. Let's keep fighting the good fight. Hey, Rodrigue. Looking for something specific?
I am. It's a book called Keyhole's General Treatise on Mercenaries. I was hoping to brush up a bit.
Sounds familiar. Pretty sure I skimmed through it back at the Academy. Are you gonna use it for the next campaign or something?
Well, perhaps.
Rodrigue, is everything okay? You're not really the kind of guy to skirt around answers like that.
If I may, do you remember when we faced Gerald and his mercenaries in battle?
How could I forget? Things got pretty intense out there.
Indeed they did. And that battle is the reason they opted to join our cause. One mistake is all it would have taken for us to suffer a crushing defeat. Thankfully, we managed to seize the initiative ourselves and emerge victorious. Had we not, our main camp would surely have fallen. I expect I too would have lost my life in the fray.
Yeah, it felt like there was danger lurking around every corner. Almost like I was walking on thin ice, never sure when it was going to crack beneath me.
It frustrated me to no end, both as a warrior and a commander, to see such foresight, such clever strategies emerging from the other side. Without the wisdom of our predecessors, I would never have been able to assess the situation. Hence why I again find myself here seeking knowledge.
You never fail to impress me, Rodrigue. All those years of experience, and you still have the drive to sit down and study tactics in your time off.
I merely despise the idea of defeat, nothing more. I lack the cunning of the Margrave. And unlike Lambert, I lack the overwhelming courage necessary to turn the tide of battle on my own. Which is why I must learn as many strategies as I can. It's the only way I can prevail over those both wiser and braver than I.
You know, you've said before that you and Felix don't have a whole lot in common. But I'm not so sure that's true. Neither of you miss a single chance to improve yourselves. Guess the apple really doesn't fall far from the tree. And that goes for Dimitri, Sylvain, and yeah, even Felix. As for you, Rodrigue, I think all that hard-earned knowledge is exactly what makes you the incredible commander you are.
I'll spare you the humility and just accept the compliment. Thank you.
I bet you could even beat the Margrave or the former king if you took him on now.
I wouldn't be so sure. Both of them were far beyond my reach in their prime. And the Margrave aside, I could never hope to meet Lambert as equals. I'd struggle for an eternity without ever growing close to his might.
I guess you can't exactly catch up to someone when they're gone.
Perhaps not. But that's exactly why we must continue learning. To never stop reaching for those who seem beyond our grasp.
Gotcha. Then I'm just gonna have to follow in your footsteps. I'll catch up to you before you know it, Rodrigue. Just don't go dying on me before I get the chance.
Is that so? Then I suppose I'll have to work even harder to give you a proper challenge.
Oh yeah, you were looking for Keyhole's treatise, right? Let me go ask if anyone knows where it is.
Oh, will I really make it home next winter?
So it's just no? Not under any circumstances?
It is not up for debate. This is for your own good, Flame.
Hey, you okay, Flame? Why the long face?
My brother has seen fit to forbid me from going out entirely.
That doesn't sound unusual for him. But as long as he doesn't know, what's the harm, right?
A fair point, but my brother truly is concerned for my safety. Perhaps...
It does seem like the church has enemies all over the place these days. So, I don't know, I think I get where he's coming from.
As you know, my brother and I have lived in remote and secluded places for a very long time. All we had was each other. Then we went to Garrett Mock, and suddenly we were surrounded by all these people. I had hoped to make many friends and listen to their countless tales of all the places I hadn't been. But before I got to really know the people at the Officers' Academy...
Everything went all topsy-turvy, and the Academy had to shut down.
Do you remember when we went into town together to look at the latest fashions? That was so much fun. I was looking forward to going shopping together again, but... perhaps I should just let the whole thing go.
Oh, Flame. Don't give up so easily. We're just talking about a little outing here.
Even that would prove tremendously difficult for me. With the church thrown into such chaos, my brother is in a near constant state of agitation. I must not trouble him further by making him worry about me as well.
You're very kind to your brother, Flame. Just remember, it won't always be like this.
You think so?
Absolutely. Wars can't last forever, right? When this war ends and peace returns to Fodlan, taking a shopping trip will be no big deal.
If that is so, then would you be willing to go into town with me again when that day comes?
Of course. I'd be happy to keep you company. Or were you keeping me company? I forgot.
With that to look forward to, it should be no trouble to summon a little patience. Although...
What is it?
I'm not sure my brother will permit me to go somewhere with a man, even when the war is over.
If you tried to hide it and he found out later, it would be...
disastrous. That is correct. Are you ready for that?
Looks like I'll have to be. After all, it's a little late to start worrying about that now.
Well, this is great.
Having some trouble there, Gerald?
I wanted to replace the clasp on my gauntlet, but I can't quite get the blasted thing to stay.
Here, let me try.
Oh, look at that. You got a real knack for these things. Thanks, kid.
I'm surprised you've survived this long with those ham hands.
Being a good mercenary isn't all about dexterity, you know? Besides, when you've lived as long as I have, your body just doesn't work as well as it used to. Trust me.
You don't look that old to me.
You can't judge a book by its cover. I might not look it, but I'm practically an ancient tome. Not to mention I've lived pretty hard. Might just be a gut feeling, but I've started feeling like the goddess might call me to her side before long.
Come on, it's not like you're at death's door. Besides, you really think the goddess would be calling you of all people?
You don't hold anything back, do you? If the goddess won't have me, then I'll just have to make do in hell.
Do you think you'd have any regrets if you died right now?
Not one. Except maybe living too long.
What about leaving your kid behind?
Can't say I wouldn't be worried, especially because that kid isn't exactly normal.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. I gotta say, your kid's always real calm and aloof. Not one for emotion, huh?
You're telling me. Born without so much as a peep, that one. Just a personal quirk, I guess. Makes it tough to find friends, though. In that sense, I'm glad we're here. There's tons of young folks around. And maybe the kid'll take a shine to you, since you're both mercenaries.
Who knows? I've been hoping we could talk more at least.
Is that so? I'm glad to hear you say that. Takes a load off my mind.
Now you really sound like a dad.
I was never much of a parent, but I do worry all the same. You know, I think we were meant to end up on the same side. Would you do me a favor and look after my kid?
When you put it that way, it really does sound like you're about to die.
Hey, it's possible. Tomorrow's never guaranteed in this line of work. I meant what I said. Can I count on you?
Yeah, sure. I'm not gonna refuse a dying man's wish after all. That's hilarious. Who knew there could be a merc like that?
Yeah, he'd say it with a completely straight face, too. I take my pay in apples. This guy would storm onto the battlefield lugging around a sack full of apples. Truly one of the strangest things I've ever seen.
I guess you could say he was hungry for battle. Wish I could have seen that myself.
He was probably the best smelling guy out there. I'll give him that. That reminds me. Remember when you asked about my past?
Yeah, sorry if that was out of line. I shouldn't have pried.
No, it's okay. Actually, I thought I would tell you if you're still interested.
Are you sure?
I'm sure. It's not much of a story anyway. Besides, it's already been 7 years. I used to belong to an organization that was less a group and more like one giant mercenary state. Not the kind of place you go for building bonds of trust and camaraderie. Still, there was one person there who I thought of as a partner. As you can probably guess, he was killed. And that was that.
Yeah, that's how these stories always end. I know it was a long time ago, but I'm really sorry. But why'd you want to tell me all of a sudden? I thought you hated talking about your past.
I felt a little guilty. You shared your story with me earlier, but I didn't tell you mine. At the time, I wasn't about to go telling some stranger all about my past. But now I think you're at least somewhat trustworthy. So I told you. That's all.
Seriously? Wow, I'm really happy to hear that, especially from you.
Why? Everyone here adores you. I'm sure you hear stuff like that all the time.
All the time? Come on, that's an exaggeration. I've always felt that you were a more distinguished mercenary than me. Earning recognition from a merc I respect is a real honor.
So if you see me as some sort of senior mercenary, I guess that makes me the mentor in this relationship.
I guess.
I see. All this time I've been treating you like an equal, but maybe I should have been taking you under my wing instead.
How would you feel if I took you up on that? Seems like fun.
Yeah, well, you know what else is fun? Any person I mentor has to pay for drinks. All of them.
No way! What kind of deal is that?
Just a joke, sorry. I have no intention of treating you any different.
I should have known. That's why I like you, Shamir.
Oh, hey. On your way back from training? It's admirable of you to keep at it so late.
Yeah, well, I like to get in a little bit of practice whenever I can. Can't afford to fall behind with everyone else getting so strong on the battlefield.
It's a little late for me today, but I could join you tomorrow. If that's okay, of course.
Really? That'd be great.
A desire to get stronger is not a bad thing in my book. While we're on the subject, can I ask you something? Why do you want to get stronger? No, wait. Let me start with a different question. What made you originally decide to become a mercenary?
It's not really much of a story. This is kinda just where I ended up. After my mom died, I left the village we'd been living in, but I had no idea what I was gonna do. I eventually ran out of money and fell in with a mercenary group. Then I worked my way up from doing their laundry to fighting.
You don't say. Well, I guess your story is a pretty common one, actually. How'd mercenary life treat you?
Awful at first, but once I met some folks that I got along with, it wasn't so bad. Anyway, the plan was to keep fighting alongside my friends, make a name for myself as a merc, and eventually run out of luck and die. But somehow, I've suddenly found myself in charge of the king's private army, leading soldiers in a battle. Not really what I expected, I'll tell you that much.
That's how life is. You never know what tomorrow will bring. When I was a kid, I never imagined I'd be wielding some holy relic as a Knight of Saros. I thought my destiny was to follow in my father's footsteps and become the next Count Karen.
It seems like you've been through a lot. I heard you were a fugitive at one point.
Yes, well, something happened. My best friend lost his way, and I couldn't set him right. Eventually, it cost him his life, and I let it happen. I couldn't stay in my hometown after something like that. But despite all that pain and sadness, I have no regrets about the choices I've made in my life.
Not many can say that. So you've succeeded in making your past self proud, huh?
That's right. My past has made me who I am today. I'm going to keep moving forward, no matter what hardships lie ahead.
You're a strong person, Catherine. I think I could learn a lot from you. Hearing your story and what you said about making yourself proud gives me so much to think about. No matter how hard we try, there will always be times when we have to make tough choices, right? My past self fought hard to get me here. Am I gonna make the choice that past me would have approved of?
The tough part isn't making the right choice, though. It's what you do after. You must try your best to make whatever decision you land on into the right one in the end.
You make it sound so easy, but the more I think about it, the harder it seems.
Then don't think about it. Just keep trying your best day after day. Put one foot in front of the other, and eventually, you'll look back and realize how far you've come.
That's all I've got to do, huh?
That's all. You could even start right now. If anything I said struck a chord, that is. I, for one, look forward to seeing you carve your own path, wherever it may lead.
Today's battle wasn't half bad. Minus that close call, I guess. I tell you, when I charged ahead and saw all those archers waiting for me, a single thought flashed through my mind. Not how I'd like to go, but that's life, I guess. Phew, I was sure I was done for.
What are you talking about? It was so windy, there was no way they could have gotten a clean shot at you. You completely wiped them out. Are you telling me you didn't plan it that way?
I mean, I knew a breeze was blowing, but still.
You're right. You would have been Balthus-sized target practice if the wind died down. But you bet your life that it wouldn't, right? That's something only you could pull off. I never would have taken those odds.
It was all lady luck, pal. Pure and simple. Where's this coming from, anyway? I thought you hated all that gambling on life and death stuff.
I did, but you're living proof that it can have a place on the battlefield. You roll the dice and get the job done. Can't argue with success. I have to accept that your way actually works. All I can do is hope you win your bets every time.
Thanks for saying that, but what happened today wasn't calculated at all. Things were going great, then I got carried away and made a stupid mistake. It just so happened that the wind was blowing the right way. Otherwise, I'd be dead.
Quit pulling my leg. There's no way that was a coincidence.
It was a complete fluke, honest. That's why I was gonna tell you I've learned my lesson. That I'm done gambling with my life.
Really? That's the best idea you've ever had.
But since you admitted my way has merit, I think I'll keep rolling the dice. I gotta do what works for me, you know? Can't let one close call make me lose my nerve.
Wait, what? Isn't that what almost got you killed today? I take it back. You are definitely gonna die. Please stop.
Nope. Too late. A warrior doesn't go back on their word after all. We might have had some misunderstandings along the way, but what's important is that you learned to accept me for who I am. Right?
In that case, what about you saying you weren't gonna bet your life on this stuff anymore? A warrior doesn't go back on their word, after all.
That doesn't count. I only said I was gonna tell you.
What kind of backwards logic is that? You absolutely said it, so this whole warrior code thing applies to you too.
I don't have a clue what you mean. It's not even remotely the same. Anyway, we can butt heads about it later. We gotta go celebrate our victory, right?
Fine, I can live with that. It's a tough job, but someone's gotta talk some sense into you. Oh, Yuri, you're back. I thought you'd still be away.
Well, look who it is. I figured if I didn't come back before sunset, someone might get worried and ransack my room again.
And who might this someone be, huh? You're never gonna let that go, are you?
Just joking, friend. No need to take everything so seriously. Anyway, it's late. Shouldn't you be getting some shut-eye?
Probably, but I just got my second win. How is your mom, by the way?
Well, it's not looking good, that's for sure. But she's still got some fight in her yet. I'd planned on staying longer, but she told me to do what I had to do and sent me on my way. One minute she wants to see me, the next she's telling me to go home. Honestly, she's all over the place.
Reminds me of my mom, the one who raised me anyway.
She passed away, didn't she? Judging by your expression, she must have been pretty special.
She was. More than I can say. She took me in when I'd been abandoned, taught me how to live. We weren't blood related, but she was my mom. No doubt about it.
I'm sure wherever she is now, she's very happy to hear you say that.
Oh, that reminds me. I wanted to ask you something. It's been on my mind for a while now. About your real name? Your mom gave it to you, right? Where does it come from? I've never heard anything like it before.
Look up. No, a little more to the left. See that bright star over there?
Bright star to the left? Which one? There are thousands of stars up there, and they're all bright.
Well, I guess it doesn't matter if you find it or not. Anyway, it's that star's ancient name. The white star that the goddess herself made into a disciple. My mother is a devout follower of Saros. But I know it's a pretty ostentatious name for a penniless kid.
I don't think so. It just shows how much you mean to her.
Yeah. Well, I do like it. She gave it to me after all. I'm not sure how much of the scriptures she really understands. But knowing her, I'm certain she put a lot of consideration into my name.
Then, doesn't it seem like kind of a waste not to use it? What with how much thought she put into it?
I've used many names, and each one comes with its own mask. But when I hear my real name, all those facades fall away. The only people who can call me that are those who are truly special to me. Immediate family, or someone just as important. Which means that if you're so intent on using my name, you'd better be willing to spend the rest of your life by my side.
What are you even talking about, Yuri? That's all a bit much, don't you think?
Obviously. To be honest, I would have been at a loss if you had said you were all for it. Regardless, it does make me happy to hear that you like my name. And if you ever decide you're up for it, let me know, okay? I'll think it over too, just in case.
Bernadetta, what's wrong? Is there a rat in the base?
Wait, a rat? Nobody told me about a rat! Oh no, oh no, oh no! It's gonna nibble on all my snacks!
Sorry, I think I kind of threw you off track there. What's horrible exactly?
Well, you see, there was this lady in the camp earlier who didn't look scary at all and even seemed kinda nice. Shyness and fear of strangers got you down, huh? Let's see if I have something that can help. Thanks. I think I've got just the herb. It's gonna put you out a good few gold coins, but this baby will do wonders for relieving stress. And then... I've got something a little more, shall we say, tasteful. Real under-the-table kind of stuff. It's a pot that makes people like you. I would probably recommend against it, but the thing's on sale if you really want it. You okay there?
I just remembered something! Oh, how could you forget, Bernie? There are lots of scary people out there who pretend to look nice just so they can prey on you! And you must be one of them!
Well, that was weird. I'm not that scary, am I?
And that's how it all happened! I would have been dragged off and murdered if it wasn't for you!
But wasn't that just Hannah? She's here all the time selling her wares. I mean, not all of it's the most reputable stuff, but I don't think she's trying to cheat anyone. And she's definitely not a murderer. This is all my fault. I should go apologize to her later.
Huh? She's not evil?
Not that I know of. I'm also pretty sure it's not the first time you've met her.
I don't know. I'm bad with faces.
You're pretty judgmental, you know that?
Huh?
What do we do? What do we do? How about this? There's this merc I've got in my crew. A real terrifying-looking hunk of muscle. Sweetest little teddy bear on the inside, though. If anyone's gonna help you overcome this, it's him.
Okay, I accept this challenge. You've got this, Bernie. Oh, hi.
Bernadetta, listen. I'm sorry about what happened back there.
Oh, it wasn't your fault. I'm the one who should be apologizing.
I didn't realize things could even go that bad. I'm glad we managed to get you in front of the meanest-looking guy in my company. But that didn't last long before the nerves got to you. Quickest I've ever seen someone run, let me tell you.
And then I accidentally stepped on that horse's tail, so it started going wild and totally trashed the place. It'll probably take weeks for them to clean that up. Oh, you really did it this time, Bernie.
Kind of a shame. It would have been way cheaper to just buy the herbs from Anna and be done with it. And with how much repairs ended up being, we could have even tossed in that creepy pot. That aside, though, you still want to do something about your shyness, right? I can see why this is a bigger problem than your whole staying indoors thing. Your anxieties can be quite the hurdle to overcome.
I guess you're right. At least not going outside only makes problems for me.
Either way, now we know how things turn out when we try to force the issue. Looks like we're better off taking an incremental approach.
How's that work?
Well, we can start by having you hide nearby while I talk to someone you're afraid of. Then, I don't know, if the conversation gets interesting, maybe you can come out and join in?
I'm not going to care whether it's interesting or not. It doesn't matter if they're serious or boring or the most fascinating person in the world. All I care about is that they don't scare me.
Yeah, I guess that's gonna be tough to manage on its own, huh?
Well, maybe the incremental approach won't actually be as hard as we think.
Really? How do you figure?
I mean, I did used to think you were pretty terrifying. But with all this stuff we've been doing together, I've actually gotten used to you. And now I'm not really shy around you, am I?
Not exactly flattered to hear that, but... Well, I guess I'll just be glad I don't scare you anymore. sounds like spending time with someone is the key, which means we'll just have to toss you straight into the deep end and see if you can swim.
No! Not the deep end! I hate the deep end!
Sorry. Just messing with you. Anyway, here's hoping you and I can keep getting closer, Bernadetta.
Right. What a wonderful meal.
Hey, you've still got some food left. You don't want it? That Ogma Wolverine meat's super hard to come by, you know.
Oh, I don't really eat meat. You can have it.
Don't mind if I do then. You know, I always feel strangely energized after eating this stuff.
You look so pleased to be eating it.
It's not every day I get to hear you laugh. Did I look funny or something?
No, it's just that the look on your face made me feel happy.
Instead of just watching other people stuff their faces, maybe you'd enjoy trying some yourself?
I am perfectly content just watching.
Huh. Well, anyway, it seems like you've gotten more comfortable eating with me, Marianne.
I have. When you told me not to act like someone I'm not, at first I didn't know what to do with myself. But I still thought I could learn something from you. And as I talked with you more, I just got used to us eating together.
I see. Then why not branch out and eat with other people too? Mealtimes are a great opportunity to make new friends after all. Making conversation and sitting around the dinner table go hand in hand. That's how we ended up friends, right? It might be a good chance to get to know someone else. What's wrong?
I'm sorry, it's just... my adoptive father said the same thing to me once.
He did?
He often criticized me because I avoided other people so much. He said that, as the heir to House Edmund, I must be at least somewhat sociable. But he never bothered to understand how difficult it was for me to do that.
I'm sorry. I was being insensitive, just like your father.
No, you've done nothing wrong. But I don't think it's a good idea for me to get involved with too many people.
Why?
I only bring misery and misfortune to anyone who gets too close to me.
That's not true at all. Why do you even think that?
It is true. I know it.
Okay, if that's the case, then how is it possible for us to be hanging out right now without any problems?
You're right. I should have been more vigilant and kept some distance between us. But you're so kind and I just like being around you. I'm sorry. I'll stay as far away from you as I can from now on. I should go.
Hey, wait! Marianne! What am I gonna do about her?
Oh, hello. Are you on your way to get something to eat?
Yeah, you?
I am. Shall we go together then?
The sure thing. I wonder what they've cooked up for us today. Ah, that was satisfying. Pretty nice getting such tasty meals all the time, huh?
I agree. The meal was lovely.
You didn't finish your meat again. It's kind of a waste, you know.
I ate a lot of the vegetables, so you can have it.
Hey, if you're offering... Wait a minute. Haven't we had this conversation before?
I think we have.
Did something happen to you, Marianne? You seem more relaxed today. In a good way, of course.
Oh no, nothing in particular. But I made a decision. I'm not going to worry about whether I bring misfortune to others or not. I've been a part of this army for a while now, and I've worked closely with everyone in it. And nothing terrible has happened to anyone as a result of being around me.
Well, of course nothing bad's happened.
I'm still a bit anxious about everything, but I decided to adopt a more easygoing attitude. I'd like to emulate you and your nonchalant demeanor, how you can just move through the world without a care.
You're making me sound kinda irresponsible. But you know what? I'm okay with that. I say if you want to talk to people, then talk to them. If you want to be alone, then do that. I really think it's best to just be yourself. Don't force anything.
Yes, I think so too. But I fear my adoptive father might chastise me again if I say that to him.
I'm not so sure about that. I think he'd acknowledge how far you've come if he saw you now.
You really think so?
You might not have noticed, but you're a lot different than you used to be. You're definitely somewhat sociable. More so, even.
I just hope that's good enough for him.
I'd like to think it will be. Well, I mean, I guess I don't really know what kind of guy your father is.
Sometimes I think you say whatever pops into your head without thinking. I suppose that's what I like about you, isn't it? I can already tell I'm going to learn a lot from you.
I wouldn't go that far. Yuritsa? What's wrong?
Not here, either.
Hey, hold on. If you're looking for someone, I'd be more than glad to help.
Leave me be.
Friendly as ever, I see. You know, it's kind of hard to believe you and Mercedes are related. Why don't you let me help you? You seem worried.
How could you tell?
You're not exactly hiding it. You nearly busted the chapel door clear off its hinges.
I'm looking for someone. She is injured.
Huh? Did someone go missing from the infirmary? Wait, are you talking about an enemy?
Not an enemy. However, she fled when she saw me.
Well then, why would she run? Oh, I get it. Was it Bernadetta?
Not her. Though, the one I seek was likely frightened by me as well.
Well, you're not really the most approachable guy. There's kind of this murdery aura about you. Like, if I let my guard down for even a second, it'd be the last thing I ever do.
That is not my intention.
I know that, but you'd probably still scare the life out of someone who's already jumpy. Even a beast would turn tail and run if it caught sight of the Death Knight.
Then, what would you suggest? I will never capture her at this rate.
Why don't you just let me help you? You know, strength in numbers and all that. She wouldn't be able to get away if there are two of us out looking.
It is vexing when she flees, yes. But this matter does not require assistance. Time is wasting. I must go.
Wait, Yuritsa! Is he really gonna be okay?